This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody.
G'day, team.
On the show today, a lot of chatter about sandwiches.
So much.
Why wouldn't you?
Not too much chatter, just a lot.
I don't even think there was enough. We're going to discuss numbness and how that can affect your body.
Oh, these are great. You'll love them.
Okay, Sean, settle down. Let them make their own decision.
Caught up with Matthew Pavlich. There was a massive weekend.
Fair dinkum, mate.
One there.
Why it could be a bad thing to win lotto in the US as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Nathan, Nat and Sean. This is what I came for. Yeah. Perth's Nova 937. Keep on giving me all you got.
It's 6:03. Nathan, Nat and Sean. Happy Monday, friends. It's all happening.
It is all happening here. As you know, we've been fighting, like, with our bare hands through a renovation here at Nova.
It's been a trial.
Yeah, we've got a screwdriver. Sean has picked up a screwdriver. It's the first time ever, actually.
He doesn't know what to do with it.
I thought it was an opportunity for a stabbing. Is that what was put
Now,
here
they were
for?
supposed to keep it all secret for us, but we walked in this morning and the glass barrier between our studio and Ross's studio, where we're doing the show from currently, it's clear. So we've made Sam stand up with a crochet blanket. Frizz's blanket.
So we can't see.
To drop it for the reveal.
Are you good to do this for the next 3 hours, Sam?
we're not unveiling it to 9:03.
All right, everyone, just like on Extreme Home Makeover,
move that bus.
Move that bus.
And by bus we mean blanket.
Move that bus.
Oh, there's a lot of screens.
Now,
there's a lot of colour.
Apparently, we will be broadcasting from this studio tomorrow.
Are
That's
we
exciting.
going to be working in a nightclub?
It
It
is.
looks
There's
like
a
it.
lot of lights. There's a lot
Are
of
you
lights.
joking? Where's the bar? I'm saying that because by the looks of it, there is one in there.
I know. Be
Natalie,
disappointed
that's
now
where
if they
you'll
won't.
be go-go dancing.
Yes.
Is there a pole? It looks like that should have a stripper pole in there.
It does, doesn't it?
You know what it looks like? And it's very beautiful, but it looks like when a bogan comes into money and then discovers the wonder of LED light strips.
It's definitely very Starship Enterprise, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like
It's got that vibe.
it looks like that party bus a lot of people hire out to
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
warm things up before they hit Northbridge.
Yeah. Well, there you go. We're in that tomorrow. We're putting Ross in it today to work out any of the bugs because we heard it may electrocute someone.
Fingers crossed.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Oh, guys, did you see that story about the California's newest Powerball millionaire, right? So
Yes,
1.76 billion US, and so he won $2.689 billion in Australian. And
They
he
get
said that
taxed,
he's...
though, I think.
Yeah, and he says that he's part of a syndicate, basically,
Yeah,
but
yep.
he's representing the group, but there's no word as to who the group is.
And how many are in it?
Now his neighbours are super worried because they think he's going to get abducted.
Yeah, kidnapped,
Yeah.
yep.
It is crazy, isn't it? California law mandates the jackpot winners have to be named along with their location, but when there are crazy amounts like this, and the
It's
amount
ridiculous.
of nutters that would be over there that would want to come and put a bag over your head and
I know.
take you
It's a good idea. It's a really good idea.
to abduct a lotto winner.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, just think about this. We're all playing the numbers.
You're
We're
right,
going out and
Sean.
buying our ticket
There's
all
a
the
1 in
time.
a million chance. There's probably a 1 in chance to be able to get him walking from his car to the bin.
Absolutely.
Your
Oh,
odds
my
are
God.
significantly better.
Years ago in Australia,
Yeah.
so somebody in Sydney won the lottery, and it was when it was announced, and their child was abducted and murdered. So he was kidnapped. So that's probably why it's not the case here.
Why should it be the case there?
I
What
don't
does
know.
it give
I know.
anyone? Tell them their state,
Yes.
no worries. Because then, to be honest, local media, the thing is about it, even if it is just your state or your town, the local media swarm in and start showing where you shop.
Yeah.
They do. They do.
So basically, anyone can get a plan
And then
together.
you got MS-13 on your hammer when you're walking anywhere else. That'd be
Crazy.
unbelievable.
So the locals, they're really excited about it because they said one of the locals said this town needs every bit of help it can get. It's one of those rural towns in California that's neglected by Sacramento. The economy has been down for years. They said it would be great if you could open a business or something like that. But then he said, but if this is from the local, but if I lived there, I'd get the hell out.
There's no no way he's staying there.
Can you just chuck a McDonald's franchise on the way out, please?
He's off to the beach for a beach house. They'll probably fall in the sea in 10 years and then he'll just buy another one.
Anyway, so not only that do you get the excitement of winning lotto, but also you get the absolute utter fear of being abducted at any time during the day.
You just become so paranoid.
Oh, you would.
Why would you name them? That's outrageous.
I'd still go through it, though.
In this day and age.
For the billion. Easy.
No, you wouldn't. You'd hate it, Nathan.
No,
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
I did something on the weekend.
No, you didn't.
Oh, you didn't.
Nobody believes this story.
No, I wanted to get one of those sandwiches. Now you believe it.
You didn't eat toast over sink?
No,
you
I
got a
didn't.
sandwich?
No. I went to Two Slices in Scarborough. You've heard about it?
Yeah.
Because there's a whole...
We've heard about it because you bang on about it.
Because there's how burgers were the thing? Now it's sandwiches are the thing. It's like a big thing of sandwich shops. That is unbelievable, Sean.
What did you have in a sandwich?
Well, I had one that had, what was it? It had, what's that nut, Natalie? Pistachio cream. And it had mortadella, prosciutto, pesto, provolone cheese. Mum got the bacon and egg one. Anyway, it is, what would that be?
Size of your head.
Size of your head. They're the size of your head.
Elephant nut.
Unbelievable. What?
Elephant nuts.
I haven't had...
Nobody. It's a bit more relatable to say it's the size of your head. Nobody's seen elephant testicles, Sean.
Personally, I'm talking about things that I've actually touched, had experiences with. Obviously, you are too.
Brothers Grimsby. Anyway.
Okay.
Really
Here's
good
Cyril
sandwich.
stumbling in.
Was it expensive?
Yes, but worth the money
But
because you could have
value
made
for
3
money.
sandwiches with
And
the
it's the
fillings
size
in
of
there.
your head.
And it's the size of a nut, an elephant's nut.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking.
Next time you fly, it could be in first class.
Choose one of 3 first-class trips around the world with your best mate and $50,000 to spend.
Nova's first class and 50k.
Oh, yes, Snow's first class and 50k. You want to be a part of this because, of course, you pick the destination, you pick your mate, and you've got $50,000 to spend however you like.
Absolutely. Get on air with us or register via the Nova Player app. It's pretty easy to get your chance to get on air.
Yeah, I know, it's great. Paris, New York, London. Not bad. We've just been talking that entire time about sandwiches.
I had a great one in Florence.
Tell me more.
So, like the beautiful bread. So you picked your breads.
Yes.
This is a bit like this. You pick your bread, you pick your meat, you pick your cheese.
Okay.
You pick your destination and you get $50,000.
Wow,
No, that didn't happen.
Okay.
But then, you get a couple of choices for the 2 extras. So I often had capsicum like that.
you would.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Olives and things like that.
Okay, you're very
And was it-
Mediterranean.
so
when you're
that
in the
would be the
Mediterranean, aren't
best
you?
sandwich that's entered your mouth?
It was an incredible sandwich, and so did that I went back the next day.
I had an
It was
amazing
my last
one
meal in Florence.
in Amsterdam. There was like a lineup.
Yeah, but you were stoned as all get up, so you did anything.
Yeah, it was a 3-day old kebab. And there was a window, and all these people were lining up. And we're going, "What's happening there?" And then we were like just amazed because they had all these little like sort of half-size paninis that were opened up, and then they just had cheese in them already, and then they had like this big thing of hanging meat, which was a really expensive ham.
Yeah, Nath, it's a Spanish thing, that ham that you're talking about, because a mate of mine go for it.
Yeah.
Well,
oh,
that's
Mark
the word,
Hamon
isn't it?
from
Yeah, that's the word.
NCIS.
Yeah.
And they cut a bit of Mark Hamon off, and then they just put it in there. And I think it was like $5 or $6. And really, it was expensive for what it is.
Yes.
God, it was good. I think I know what today's question is.
Is it going to be about sandwiches,
I think it's
Nathan?
going to be about great sandwiches you've experienced, possibly from here
Around
or
the
around the world. Get your answers ready.
Karen, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Karen.
You're on air with us. You're in line.
Yeah, you're in the running
Straight
for
away.
Nova's first class of 50k, but we need to know what's the best sandwich you've ever eaten.
Oh, probably a club sandwich from the deli near my house.
Oh, okay. So you're in Byford. What's the deli called?
It's at the Four Seasons local one.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
And so what elevates this sandwich to be so good?
Oh, probably the crusty roll.
Yeah. The
When
bread,
the
the bread's a
roll.
big
when the
part of
bread,
it.
if you can
The
really
bread's
tell,
right.
when you can tell when they're doing their bread themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love a good bread.
Yeah.
Thanks,
All right,
Karen.
thanks for the tip,
Thanks,
Kaz.
Karen.
Davina, hello.
Hello.
Hi,
All right,
Davina.
Davina, greatest sandwich you've ever
Hi.
eaten. Where was it?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I reckon the best sandwich is like salt and vinegar crisps with like ham and cheese
at my home where I make myself.
Oh, between a couple of bits of white bread, Davina?
And 4 bucket bongs, it sounds like. They put chips in stuff. I always think you must be massively stoned.
Salt and vinegar chips at that.
Yeah, I've never understood. So is it really? So I've never been a person that puts crisps in the sandwich, but that's amazing, is it, Davina? Really?
It is. Even prawn cocktail ones, like the British ones, they're the best.
Prawn cocktail,
like the orangey prawn thing.
Prawns you chuck in there?
No, it's a British chip flavour.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, sorry.
You're talking about prawn crackers. Yeah, not prawn
80s
crackers.
prawn cocktail sandwich.
Davina, you got a different taste. Good on you, mate.
Thank you.
Davina.
Anthony's in Ellenbrook. Morning, Anthony.
Good morning.
Hey, Anthony.
Anthony, you know what we're going to ask you, so tell us about the best sandwich that you've ever had.
It was from the last Crumb Cake Co. in Bassendean. Mm-hmm. And it was like a continental, but it had eggplant, and I reckon I'd go as far as to say they turned vegetarian.
Oh, my God, eggplant.
Oh, that's a big statement.
call, Anthony.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Was that good?
No.
What made the eggplant good?
Oh, well, I'm not a big fan, but just the way it'd been marinated, and with that continental meat and that, it was just...
Oh, he needs a moment. He needs a moment, Anthony. And not many people get carried away with eggplant.
I know.
It must have been amazing.
But you really do.
I think we need to wrap this up because I can hear you reaching for a box of tissues.
Anthony needs some alone time. Thanks, Anthony. Tracy's in Singleton. Morning, Trace.
Good morning. How you going?
Hi, Trace.
We're opening up a real portal here, I tell you. Okay, talk us through your favourite sandwich of all time.
Well, it's kind of strange, but we go on Year 6 camp with our students every year.
Yeah.
And we go down to Dunsborough. And we look forward, the menu is really, really bad. We've had the same menu for like 20 years. But what we look forward to the most is our sandwiches at lunchtime. So they have everything laid out for you. You go along, you get the freshest of bread from baked that morning.
Oh.
And then you get to choose there's usually 2 or 3 slices of meat to choose.
Of course.
You get your lettuce, your tomato, your cheese, your beetroot, your carrot.
Yeah.
And at the end, you got your mayonnaise. But it's just, after 20-odd years, that's the most thing we always look forward to the most. Is just having it all done ready, I think.
So who is making these sandwiches? Is it a business or just the school's doing it?
Just the school, isn't it?
It's run by a company that runs the camp.
Yeah, right.
So
and they make... Okay.
So they set out everything and you pick what you want.
MYO. There used to be one.
MYO.
That'll
exactly what it is.
And remember, they used to make your own, and then suddenly they realised they were going to go broke, so we went, now we need to weigh it. Because you have 10 kilos of meat in that.
That's exactly what happened.
Thanks,
Trace.
Hazel.
Descriptive, that one.
Hazel's in Yanchep. Morning, Hazel.
Morning.
Hi, Hazel.
Let's wrap this up, Hazel. Talk to us about the greatest sandwich of all time.
All right, it's a bit controversial. It's not anywhere you can buy it. I make it myself.
Okay.
But rashers and marmalade on a toasted sandwich.
Did you say radishes? Rashers.
Yeah.
Radishes?
Yeah, like bacon.
Bacon rashers.
Wait there, bacon and marmalade.
Yeah. You can have honey too, but I prefer marmalade.
I mean... It's not
sweet and salty,
and it's not that far from the maple bacon.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so
sweet
it's in that
Was that in a
family.
toasty?
All right.
And on toasty, yeah.
Build it for us. Build it for us. So your bread.
Well, you gotta have your bread, but it has to be like on number 3 on the toaster, so not too brown, but not too lightly.
Yeah, I get that. That's a really good point.
Yeah, keep going.
Hazel,
yes. Right. Yeah.
Some proper real butter, not like this margarine spread.
Yes.
It has to be proper butter.
Yes.
And then a nice crispy rasher. Again, it can't be too burnt. It has to just be right. Put a couple of rashers on there. Nice big dollop of marmalade, but not the one with the tip. Has to be the one without the peel. You know, the one just like with no peel in it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So you can't actually see the bits of orange peel.
Yeah,
it's just like...
Oh.
Put that on there. Close it up. Oh, delicious.
Would we be allowed to put some cheese on it? Would that throw it out?
No.
Nathan, how dare you?
I always think it takes has to have cheese, and I totally get where you're coming from.
I can't believe Hazel's leaving the country now because of what I said.
I'm going back to Ireland. I can't believe it.
Surely, do you put some potato in there or something?
Hazel, that's a different one.
We always love potato on the side.
Okay, I'm going to try that one.
Okay. That is worth a try, I reckon.
Yeah, wow. Thank you, guys. That was so enjoyable.
It was
I just really
journey.
love any day we talk about sandwiches.
And
Thank you.
all in the running for Nova's first class and 50K, just like that.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hello, darling.
It's Cam. Hello.
Nathan, Nat and Sean are perfect for mornings. And Bolter Cerveza is perfecto for the Arvo. Call into Thirsty Camel and pick up a 6-pack of Bolter Cerveza. It's Spanish for taste like a great Arvo.
Oh, somebody had a great weekend. We have
machine.
$1,000 to give away from Thirsty Camel. We're going to be doing this, mate, for the first time after 8 o'clock this morning.
Good news to win it. Jump on the Nova Player app and fill out your details.
Now, here's the deal. If we call your phone, you've got to answer saying, it's a simple sentence, hello, Nathan, Nat and Sean, but we don't want to hear your voice, your dumb old voice. We want to hear a camel impersonation.
Okay.
Here is the camel saying what we need you to say.
Hello, Nathan, Nat and Sean.
You need to do a job so good that we think that you have DNA shared with the camel. We need to know that you are
We've
a
got to
close
be able to
family
sense your
member.
hump.
So if they haven't, and they just answer the phone,
we
hello,
say-
Nathan and Sean.
we say
what
goodbye.
Are we gonna
We
do?
go say goodbye, we move on. If they do it half-assed, goodbye, move on.
Okay.
We need you to go full camel. Like Pricey here. Now, Lee McNeil works with us. She actually is in charge of all these games here on Nova.
She actually lived in the Middle East for a while, so she's seen a few camels.
Did live in Dubai.
Haven't you? You used to live in Dubai, do radio there.
It's called a camel to work.
So,
actually.
okay, so let's play the camel line.
Hello, Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Give it your best shot,
How you
Pricey.
made David do this?
Yeah.
Hello, Nathan, Nat and Sean.
So
Nah,
we would
too
move on.
girly.
We would move on.
Too girly.
We would
Yeah.
move on. You didn't get the...
Get some
the camel's
huskiness
got
going.
gravel. Hello. It's like gravel.
Yeah.
Go.
Are we doing it again?
Yeah.
No, you are.
Hello, Nathan, Nat and Sean.
That sounds like the
was
Cookie
better.
Monster.
It was better than the first
It was
one.
better, but I don't think she put her whole spine
Nah,
into
not
it.
$1,000.
Yeah, she didn't give it 2 humps.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Wow, there is a whole lot of people right now that are feeling terrible about Kate
I think, and I
and
hope
her cancer information that she's shared with us in
Saturday
the video.
morning.
it's
Yeah.
amazing to see over in the UK, and I know this happens all the time, but they go for the royal family in a big way, right? They paint them into a corner. They put out all these stories, and sources say this, sources say that, and then this comes out.
Yes.
I hope that they're just grovelling back to the
Now they're
the
all like
royal
brave
fam-
Kate. It's extraordinary
Yes.
the way they've pivoted.
Oh, my
to-
gosh.
yeah,
Yeah.
because they and really they should be offering apologies.
Now,
for the
strangely
way
enough,
they
they should.
hounded her.
Strangely enough, we never spoke about this on air
No.
during this entire ordeal. It piqued my interest right at the start, coming from a graphic design background, just of the shoddy photoshopping. I just thought, well, why would you Photoshop a child's
know.
sleeve? That to me made no sense. That's sort of where my curiosity ended. I don't even really care the fact that she wasn't presenting herself in public.
Well, because she said she wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, we knew that she wasn't due
Yeah.
back until after Easter.
And
so
everyone
it's
was
not,
guessing.
not after Easter.
And everyone was guessing what she had, and there's people saying
Yeah.
that she could have had a hysterectomy
Yeah.
and this and that. So imagine everyone guessing what medical procedure
Yes.
that you've got going. So many people around the world were just like sticking it into her. Atomic Kitten singer, she's had to come out. Kerry Katona, she said that I have to hold my hands and regrets spreading conspiracy theories.
Yes.
Blake Lively was
Blake
one, though.
Lively.
Yes.
She felt
She's apologised.
terrible. She's
Yes.
had to apologise. Just media commentators around the world have had to say sorry. And I just think for Kate, God, good on you, mate. Like, you know what? Like, really, I don't think that you needed to have put a post up about that Photoshop, because what you were going through was so revolting, but yet the pressure you had to feel to do that. God, you'd feel... I know that she's going through something big, but there must be some vindication in her.
Like, take
Yes,
that.
it's like,
like-
yes.
You're making
you were
stories
such
up.
an a-hole. Now
Yeah.
look how bad you must
But
feel.
even,
Yeah.
Nathan, imagine 2 weeks ago when this frenzy was going on,
Yes.
you know, and I was on Threads, and some of this, it was so cooked, the things that people were saying on
Yeah.
there. And you just go, she must have been sitting there going, oh, if only you knew the truth. If
sure.
only you knew the truth. It's because she, you know, she knows what's going on, and she's seeing all this stuff that they're saying about her and her husband, and you just think that must have just been... I mean, I can understand why she would have wanted to come out and make it public, but She shouldn't have to because it's a private matter.
Oh my God!
It
If I
seems
was
that
her,
way,
the
yeah,
only,
it's a private
the
matter.
only thing missing from her video where she was pouring her heart
it's
out about
double
her
finger
diet
signs.
was either a brown eye or dropping the mic and just
Drop the
moonwalking
mic.
off.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah. We want to talk about this situation, right? No one ever really knows what's happening behind closed
Correct.
doors with you. And sometimes people take the liberty to treat you a certain way.
Yeah, they spread rumours about you.
Yeah, you know, and this could be at your workplace, this could be within the family. And then suddenly when they find out what's been happening, you just like, eat it.
You've been an a-hole.
You
so
have.
eat it.
I hope you feel like a real a-hole now.
Yeah.
Because you didn't know what was actually happening.
Yeah, that's right.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Hello,
darling.
It's Thirsty Cam. Hello.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean are perfect for mornings, and Bolter Cerveza is perfecto for the arvo. Call into Thirsty Camel and pick up a 6-pack of Bolter Cerveza. It's Spanish, but tastes like a great arvo.
All right, we've got $1,000 cash on the line thanks to our mates from Thirsty Camel. We're going to give it away one way or the other.
Now, we're going to be playing this all week. To win, you just need to jump on the Nova Player app and fill out the details, right? That gives you a massive chance.
Yeah.
It does, Sean. So we know what we're doing here. We are looking for the best Thirsty Camel impersonator.
Okay.
We are merely going to be making a phone call in a second. That person has to answer, right, without saying anything else. They have to do the best impersonation of this.
Hello, Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
If your heart and soul, if your spine, if I cannot feel your DNA turning into a camel, we will move on.
And you also have
That
to
is our
answer
right.
within 5 rings. Don't make us wait for it.
Yep.
The camel would never do that to us.
You wouldn't.
All right, are we ready?
Let's do this.
Oh, we're going to call the first person. So if you've registered and your phone starts ringing,
Don't be half-assed.
yes,
Come
go in.
on.
All in.
Go all in. Become the camel.
Come the camera. Good call.
2 rings. 3 rings.
4
4
rings.
rings. It's a private number, by the way.
5 rings. They're out.
5 rings. Big
Private
mistake.
number.
Big mistake.
Lucky we got backup.
Huge.
All right, let's call the next
Harry's
person.
just going to put in the next
Yep.
number.
Yeah.
God, that
Imagine
was a
just letting
missed opportunity.
$1,000 slip through your fingers.
I know we don't do
Seriously.
this normally, but I would love to say their names.
Well, his name was Michael.
His name was Michael.
Just so you go, you just missed out on a
His
grand,
name's
mate.
Michael, and
Heading
he got
into
a missed
Easter.
call. All right, next person.
That's a nice cough, Sean.
Thank you.
Polite.
Got to give up the darts.
2 rings. 3 rings. 4 rings.
4 rings.
Maybe we didn't think this through.
5 rings.
5 rings. You're out.
Wow.
Wow.
Kylie.
Kylie.
Big mistake. Kylie.
There's another $1,000.
$1,000 mistake. Apparently, Michael and Kylie
Kylie.
just rolling around
So
with the
much
cash,
money.
diving in Scrooge pools
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
money.
never heard of cost of living. What?
No, we're talking to Costa tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
All right, here's another one.
Okay, next person.
Harry's up.
Mine needs
Let's go,
backup,
Harry.
so.
Oh,
Well, that sounds international.
1 ring. I know we don't think we can afford this. Oh, 2 rings.
Hello, Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
I'll tell you what. We'll take it.
Only because it sounds like the camel was taken to Looney Tunes.
Lakeisha, you have won $1,000 cash from our mates Thirsty Camel.
Thank you.
I know. Easy money, Lakeisha, and well done to Michael and Carly for not answering, because it means that you got the gig. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
Letitia, were you prepared this morning all morning to make the camel
Yes.
voice? Yes.
You've been practicing?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I heard Ellie practice, and I was like, right, so I've got to nail this.
Yes.
You're near on.
You
you put some back in it at the start.
You gave it your best shot,
Yeah.
and That was good
We
enough for
applaud
us.
you.
Yes,
on this Monday
congratulations.
What I
morning.
like about it is, and it was like my attempt earlier on, you sound like you're both the cousin of the Thirsty Camel and of Kermit. So and they're two really great bloodlines to have together.
Yes.
$1,000, well done.
Beautiful work, Lakeisha.
Sucked in Michael and Kylie.
All right. Register
Answer your phone.
on the Nova Player app. We could be calling you tomorrow, but also here's a tip, answer the phone.
Answer the phone.
Good
It
idea.
makes the winning, the money.
It does. Much
easy.
easier. Much
Because then we
easier.
can say, hey,
you can
there you go.
be like Lakeisha, don't be like Michael and Kylie, who have missed calls on their phone.
From
that
a
cost
private
them
number.
$1,000.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
I popped into my neighbour's apartment the other day for a quick visit because they were moving a lot of stuff around. And I went, hey, what's going on in there? And walked in and had a chat. They don't want me to say their names on the radio, so I'll
Is
call
it Michael
them.
and Kylie?
So I'll call them, say, Joe and Shane, which are their names.
But you're going to call Joe Shane and Shane Joe just to
Okay,
mix it
yeah,
up a
just
little bit.
confusing.
Yeah.
So Joe is lovely. She's a nurse and she's been dating Shane for a fair while. Anyway, they're just a great couple. And when I walked in there, I noticed that Joe had a bandage on her ankle, and that was hard because she's going up and down the stairs moving
Yeah,
stuff
that's
into her
not good.
car. And then she goes, oh, my ankle. And then Shane goes, Nathan, don't ask her any questions. Joe, shut up and don't speak to him because he'll say it on the radio. And I went, yeah.
Duh.
So Joe
She
said,
told you, didn't
please
she?
change my name. And I went, no worries, Joe.
So he's added an E, Joe. It's got an E on the end.
Yeah, this is Joe. Yeah, this is a different name completely. So it was probably 4 in the morning that morning, or the morning before, and they're right in the thick of moving stuff. And so Joe was up and she went and sat on the toilet and did what she needed to do. But while she was there, she does a thing that I don't partake in, and that is I don't take my phone on the toilet. I don't scroll through
Yeah,
stuff.
no,
she
me
was
neither.
deep into like neck deep into
the toilet is
Instagram.
you get on, you get off. But she was.
On Friday when we left here, I was in our toilets, Nathan. There was a guy at the urinal, a tradie. He was on the phone talking
on the
whilst he's
phone.
having a wee.
While in midstream.
Yes.
I
was in
don't
the
want to
stream.
hear things
No.
coming out of your body when I'm discussing things with you on
It's
the
a good
phone.
policy.
Or going in.
On the other side, it's highly
Also good
skilled.
policy.
Yeah.
Guys can do 2 things at once.
They can, Sean. They can.
Can't they?
Anyway, so Joe's been on there for a fair while, and then she went to stand up. I did not ask her the most important question of whether her pants were up or down. Let's just say they were down. And she went to stand up, and she was been leaning on one of her legs a little bit too much and didn't realise that her foot had gone numb. So when she went to stand up, she hit the deck and hit everything on the way down. She was covered in bruises. And Shane thought she had died.
Oh, it's a
So
bit
he
extreme,
jumps
but
up
yes.
and go expecting to find a dead body in
like
there.
Elvis on the toilet.
Yeah. And instead she's in mid-like.
Yeah,
with
that's
Instagram,
it, that's it.
with possibly her ass hanging out.
Yeah.
But
So her foot went numb, and she
her
just
foot went numb,
she
and
couldn't
that's
feel it
the
and tripped over.
thing about numbness. When
Yes.
a part of your body is numb, it doesn't like it should work because you're just standing down. But for some reason, because you can't feel it, you can't judge where your weight's going, and it can be a real problem. Sean, have you dealt with numbness? Because you would have.
I wake up every day with numbness.
I mean, I know that every day we call you numb nuts.
Oh, they're not numb. Just
Natalie, have you had a...
Yeah, I can remember years ago when I was a student, I'd not long moved into this house, so it's still things are a bit you're not completely familiar with the surroundings. And I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, there's something in my bed.
Oh my gosh.
And I picked it up and I threw it out, and then threw it out of the bed off the side of the bed, and then maybe 10 seconds later I'm like, oh my God, it's back in there again.
I got snake.
Oh,
It
gross.
was my arm. So my arm had gone so numb that I was picking it up with the other hand and throwing it off the side of the bed, and then it was coming back, freaking me out all over again.
I often have to get my hand and pick up my numb hand and just shake it in the morning to get it going because it's just like that rubber numb hand. Okay, that's my story.
What'd you say?
Rubber numb hand.
numb
It's
hand.
all rubber. It's like,
rubber.
Oh.
Not rub it. He means like rubberish.
Well, you can, but no, I wasn't
like
talking
rubbery.
13-24-10.
Floppy. It's another good word.
Flaccid.
The pricey.
Flaccid.
You're flaccid, numb,
floppy,
blank. We would like to know about numbness and how it has affected you, especially if you hit the deck. Because your limbs don't work or whatever's numb.
I love that. I
Numb
love to hear it.
bums, numb everything. We want to talk about numbness and how that has been a problem for you.
Wombat. Hello.
Hey, Wombat.
Morning, guys.
Hey, Wombat.
Hey,
You know
Wombat.
what? Without even knowing what your story is, or already know it's going to be quality, because your name's Wombat.
Yes.
Go.
What happened?
So basically, sitting on an aeroplane, I've got a pair of long femurs where I don't fit on any aeroplane. I normally got to jam my feet under the seats in front of me.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, of course, halfway through a flight back from Port Hedland, the old foot's gone to sleep. Try to get up when the plane's landed. Didn't realise I pulled my foot out and I got a massive cramp in the same leg thigh where I got stuck. And now when you're in the aisle seat, you can't stand up. So the two individuals next to you are looking at you funny, going, "What the hell's wrong with you, mate?" And I couldn't get out.
Your leg was cramping, your foot was numb.
Yep. So I'm there massaging my thigh, trying to stand up, looking all awkward.
Yes. Are you still there,
yeah,
Wombat?
This is his 12th time around the world.
I'm not on that plane anymore.
Hey, Wombat, how tall are you?
6'3".
Yeah, it doesn't help, does it?
Right. And how does one come into the name Wombat?
23 years ago. Just my personality, I guess.
That describes it.
Well,
No more questions.
What are the personality traits of a wombat?
Well,
Bit of a weirdo.
Cute and cuddly, Wombat.
Big
No
ass.
doubt.
Big ass.
Yeah,
I thought it
and
was-
it's also got to do my last name sort of rhymes with Wombat. It's easier to say Wombat than
Okay.
Okay. So I went to uni with a guy whose nickname was Wombat, and I was under the impression that anybody called Wombat was because they eat shoots and leaves.
What do you mean?
She missed out a word there.
Figure it out.
Oh, Natalie. You naughty lady.
Let's talk about the dietary habits of Wombat, Nathan.
Thanks, Wombat.
Let's go to Chris in Mount Rishon. Hi, Chris.
G'day.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris. Did you have a run-in with some numbness?
I had a terrifying numbness experience. So I was in bed and I had woken up and I thought there was a massive spider on my face.
Yes.
And because I had my fingers stretched out over my face. So,
Like a tarantula.
yeah, like a tarantula. It was late at night. I didn't know what to think, and I was scared. And I'm thinking to myself, I either freak out now or I have to be tactical. So in my other hand, I got underneath this spider.
Yes.
And I bolted it to the
you
other
flicked
side of the
it.
bed.
Boom. Yes.
Which landed on my wife, but as it was flying in the midair, I screamed, spider!
Yes.
Landed on her, she freaked out, and then we both screaming and then I realised it was connected to my body.
So your hand smashed her in the face or something, or onto a body, Chris?
Before he yelled at spider.
Imagine waking up and there's a thing on your face and it's without realising it's your hand.
Chris, I don't know whether you want to invite us or not, but we were all in your bedroom
We were
just
all
then.
in bed together and just as scared as you.
Oh, my God. We got a message on Instagram from Andrea, who says many years ago had to have wisdom teeth. 3 of them removed at the Perth Dental Hospital. Hideous and traumatic in the chair. Stopped to use the toilet before getting the bus home. Looked in the mirror as I washed my hands and I had blood dripping out of my mouth, running down my chin and neck. Couldn't feel it. I rode the bus home holding a wad of toilet paper in my mouth.
Andrea. That's grim.
Just sucking on
Imagine
a roll
having
of cottonelle.
That extreme, and you have to catch the bus home.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah. You're supposed to have someone pick you up after those situations, except for your Sean, because your family won't.
Thank you.
Elle's in Wanneroo. Hi, Elle.
Hello.
Okay, talk to us about numbness. What happened?
So I was having my baby, and so I had the epidural. Everything went great, but my left leg was pretty much dead. And they kept saying to me, do not stand up, wait for us. And I was like, okay, that's fine. An hour later, I scratched the top of my thigh, and I was like, yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah. I'm all good.
So I got to the side of the bed and stood up, and I went down like a stack of probably something I cannot say on the radio.
Potatoes, yeah.
And down I went. And my husband's holding my brand new baby like, what the flip?
Yeah.
He's like, I said don't get up.
So did you go face first, or did you just kind of crumple into a heap on the ground?
It was just a crumpled heap on the ground. Like a bunch of blankets had just like sprawled across the floor. I'm a hot mess, like just given birth a couple hours ago. And I'm like thinking, yeah, I can do this.
Al, great description.
And I went.
Great description.
Epidural, that must be... When you have an epidural, what is that feeling? I know that everything's numb, but is that the strangest feeling?
It's pretty odd, yeah. It's a pretty odd feeling. But, like, I could still move my right leg, but my left leg was completely dead, and they were like, do not stand.
So just
it will come back, but just eventually. And I was like, okay.
So everything just wakes up on its own time, not together. It's
Yeah,
like,
it just takes its time. Usually it's like a couple of hours and people are up and stand and everything, but mine was, my left side was like gone.
Oh, epidural.
Learned that the hard way.
The hardest part is when they put it into your back. When they put it in your back,
it is
that's
full on.
That's where the pain happens.
Yeah. Rowan's in Bullsbrook. Hello, Rowan.
G'day, how are you?
Good, Rowan. You're going to bring us home, Rowan. Talk to us about numbness.
I was sitting down watching my younger sister play in her country basketball finals, and it was getting to me near the last quarter, and I was sitting on the floor. My left leg was getting a bit numb, so I'm like, I'll just stand up and, make sure it's all good. And then as I stood up, I have fallen into the middle of the court while the game was playing.
While the game was on.
Face first, straight into the court while the game was playing. My partner's pissing herself, laughing. My dad's yelling at me, going, "Get off the court! The game's playing!" And umpires are going, "What are you doing?" sort of thing. And it was a pretty embarrassing moment.
My legs.
What a great moment.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to get up off the floor, and I've got about
Just
3 people trying to help me up.
over the line.
Going, what is he doing?
Oh, Rowan.
That is I can imagine every part.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. That just brought us joy.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
As you all know, Ellie is currently making a baby in a baby area.
It's cooking.
And we just heard about a story about an epidural. And then Pricey just said before you walked in, that's the worst part, the epidural. Pricey, come over here and tell Ellie what she's got to look forward to.
Oh, I feel so bad now.
No, but everyone should learn.
It was really funny. Actually, it wasn't really funny, but it was a bit traumatic. So you literally you have to bend over and they put the epidural obviously in your back and the spine, and then they lay you down and you're about to obviously have surgery and then have the baby, but they were like, "Oh, you won't feel anything soon," and I was like, "Okay, cool." Anyway, I could still feel my toes. So I said to Jamie, and I was like, "Jamie, I can feel my toes." And Jamie was great. Jamie straight away was like, "She can feel her toes. She can feel her toes. She's got all the feeling." I was like, "Thank God she said something," because I was like, "This is not good. I do not want to feel a thing." Yeah. And then before you know it, everything's cold.
Yeah, they rub the ice on you.
Yeah, and it's just you just don't feel a thing.
Ellie, how's that?
Right.
But I mean, or you can just feel all the pain.
No.
So
natural, yeah, absolutely.
Don't they say that some women go into another state of when they're giving it, having a natural birth, and they go to a euphoric?
I think it's safe to say this is very few people.
Are you having the epi? Are you gonna? What are you thinking?
At this stage, I'm just planning to see how I go. I'm open to the epi. I'm open to having it, but I'm going to see how I go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You better hurry.
Because our producer Amy, who's on holidays at the moment, she had nothing, so it's possible.
Yeah. She just she was doing a lot of boot camps, and then she demanded the child get out.
Yes, that's right.
Get out!
And she did.
She did.
Just like that.
It was very quick.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean in podcast form.
Time for us to get out of here. Tomorrow, Costa will be joining us. We'll do a little bit of gardening with him.
We will.
Yes. Remember, Thirsty Camalo will be returning. Jump onto the Nova Player app. If you haven't got it, download it, fill in your details. And then, yes, the most important part is answer your phone.
You've got to answer like the camel, but also just answer, because 2 people this morning let the calls go through. You've got to answer within 5 rings. They did not. Michael and Kylie.
Yeah. So anyone that's planning on jumping on the Nova Player now, Harry, do we have an example that we can play of the camel
of how to answer the phone?
Hello, Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
That's what Lakeisha did this morning. Scored a grand.
Yep. No, we cannot believe it.
I know it's happening.
But the first person that is going to be using our studio is Ross. Now, not because we think that he deserves it, but because we hear that there is a problem with possible electrocution.
He's what we call the crash test dummy. Ross, press a button.
Check 1, 2. Oh. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
we can hear you.
There's a red light on your microphone and everything.
This studio took months to put together. John behind me, who did a lot of it, is packing it. He said this is what. Say, tell him what you just said about me before.
All right,
Literally,
John.
you've been in here for 30 seconds.
He said this is the least.
Show you how it works first.
This is the least amount of training anyone's ever had before using one of these studios.
The ship is going down.
To be honest, John, all of us have only had 30 seconds training before we started here at Nova.
What's training?
Yeah, so I'm going to actually be trained this morning. I'm not trained yet, kind of.
On the job training.
Yeah, on the job. So if we go off air, it's John's fault.
Yep.
There's a lot to this. It is like a
Don't
spaceship.
you break it. We're supposed to be using it tomorrow.
But yeah, I am dispensable,
But
as you
if
said.
you do break it hard and break this one too, so we can have a day off.
So you won't get the day off. All right, I'm going to try and fire the first thing.
Take it away.
All right, here we go. So press on, yeah?
All right.
He doesn't even know. Don't shrug at me.
All right, do it.
Oh, it didn't work.
Do something.
It didn't work. I'm going manual. I'm going manual. All right, let's just click this.
Put the tape in the deck.
All right. You guys can hear that? Can I control the...
Yeah, that is Summer Love by Justin Timberlake. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right. All right.
It's coming through clear.
So it's gone okay. I'd say 50%. But John, you okay? No. All right.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.